Well, I'm here with joint managers Paul Postlethwaite and Glenn Clarence following the 6-0 victory over Borrowash Victoria in the East Midlands Counties League. And Poss, 6-0, a clean sheet. It sounds like a comfortable win, but it wasn't always as straightforward as it sounded in the second half.
No, I think you're spot on, Chris. First half, we looked comfortable, made chance after chance. Probably should have been dead and buried at half time, but fair dues to Borrowash. They changed it around slightly at half time. They went for it. They looked decent at 2-0. We had to change 2 or 3 things about, and the next goal was always going to be vital. 3-0, we looked comfortable and went on, and to be fair, we were cruising, and it should and could have been more. But all fair dues to Borrowash. They kept going and going and going, and they're certainly a better side than everyone gives them credit for.
And at the start of the second half, we certainly had to work hard to keep the clean sheet, especially noticing Sam Burks, who dropped into a deeper role to help out defensively.
Yeah, dropped Sam in deeper, but threw 2 others further forward to try and stop fullbacks coming forward. Seemed to work for us. You say we looked like we might concede. I still only think they've had 1 shot on target all night, maybe 2. I might be wrong with that, but I can't remember why to be in trouble with anything over the top. No worldie saves. Everything that they've done's been in front of us. Not really got in and around us, behind us. So it was possession-based football, which you can take what you want out of, but we've scored 6 goals and they haven't, and that's how you win football games.
And Glenn, another hat-trick for Jamie Slay. It's looking like no one can stop him at this moment in time.
Stopping himself. He's going on holiday. He's not there Saturday. Yeah, should have scored 4, put his penalty wide, didn't he? It's not just about Jamie, and Jamie will tell you that. It's the whole team working hard, and like Poster just touched on, I think anyone who watched the game, Borrowash played some lovely football. They've got some great movement. The shape's really good. But like Poster just said, they've had 1 shot on target. We scored 6. And it's not that we don't play football. We try and play football, Chris. But the most important stat for us is 3 points. And we preach that. And I think this has nothing to do with us and nothing against Borrowash, but it's rife in the game that it's, step 6 football on poor football pitches and whatever else. It's about winning games and passing for passing's sake. In for us, we like to pass forward, we like to score goals, we like to get in teams' faces, and like I said, I think Passer's said it right, that credit to Borrowash, they're a better side than people give them credit for, play some lovely football. But again, we had the cutting edge, and that's what's got us 6 goals and the 3 points. But your question was about Jamie Slay, and yes, another hat-trick. What's he on now for the season, do you know?
I think it's 30, north of 30. I'll have to have a look at the stats though.
Come on, Chris.
I should know. I'll look it up for Saturday.
Yeah, but again, he's not here. I think I'm right in saying Saturday and next Tuesday, which isn't going to help his tally. But yeah, fair play to him. And 33. Cheers, mate. Fair play to him, and he's consistently scored goals since he's been at the club. So I think we've said that this in every podcast. So long may it continue. And
quick word on Max McLean as well. Came on today and scored his first goal for the first team. Was he pleased at full time?
Yeah, credit to Max. I mean, when we first took over, I think Max was in the side. I think he started away at Clifton, didn't he? It wasn't that we didn't rate him. We wanted to play a different shape and a different system with different players in that position, and we asked Max to go and play for the reserves, get his head down, and he'll get his chance. And he's done exactly that. He's gone and played for the reserves. He's not moaned once. He's been at training. He's played well for the reserves when we watched him. When called upon, he's not had any attitude and come on and done a job. So he deserves that, and credit to him.
And Poss, we're now in a period where we are playing 5 games in the space of 2 weeks. You were here at the back end of last season, although it's not going to be quite as bad as that. Are you concerned that the games might catch up with some of the players, given that there was an injury tonight and seemingly a couple of knocks?
We have a small first team senior squad, and it will be stretched for Saturday, I imagine. But you've seen tonight, you bring Max in, he's done a really good job. Ruben's had 15 minutes as a 16-year-old and looks exceptional again. These lads are going to get the chance, and we're not bothered about throwing them in. I think history will show you that Glenn's throwing people like Josh Craddock and Alex Browning at 16, 17, and they're good enough, they'll play, and if they're not good enough, we'll make them good enough. So yeah, I'm not that fussed, mate. We'll do what we'll do. We've got the side. Will it be as bad as last year? No. Definitely not, because we had 10 games in 11 days and we had a squad of 13, and I was in Portugal, didn't have to deal with it. So Dan dealt with it and he did a fantastic job. So will it be that bad? Definitely not.
And finally, moving on to Saturday, Kimberley Miners Welfare, they beat Belper United 3-1 tonight. They'll be looking for revenge from last week.
Kimberley a good side, gone through a bit of a blip, lost 2 or 3 on the bounce, easy done in this league, but to beat a decent Belper side 3-1 just shows how good they are. The other day when we beat them, was it 4-0 did we beat them? It's got absolutely nothing to do with this Saturday. Completely different game, and I know there's nothing Marco will love more than to beat us. So we will go there again, try and get a result.
And we look forward to that game on Saturday. Thank you.
On